What I love about February is the way it shines a light on observances and celebrations that matter. From National Career Awareness Development Week, which inspires future career paths, to International Congenital Heart Defect Awareness Week, helping us raise awareness about heart health. We also celebrate World Read Aloud Day, which encourages the joy of reading together. And of course, February is celebrated as Reggae Month, bringing the vibrant sounds of reggae music to the forefront. With all of this ahead, we encourage you to get involved and support a cause to create a stronger, more connected Jamaica. On that note, welcome to another exciting edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Audrey Williams, and today we'll be exploring a few of those important observances. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the news.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Friday, February 7, 2025. As the government seeks to further strengthen its border protection against transnational crime, it has signaled its intent to sign a customs mutual assistance agreement with the United States. This will establish a legal framework for the Jamaica Customs Agency, JCA, and the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency to exchange customs-related information. The agreement will also strengthen both countries' capacity to safeguard their citizens, borders, national security, and vital economic interests. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness made the disclosure while addressing the National Security Council seminar on Thursday.
After negotiations with our U.S. counterparts in October last year, Jamaica is now advancing the proposed agreement to the final stage of our internal approval process, which includes cabinet approval. Intelligence sharing of this sort is no longer optional if we wish to thwart transnational organized crime and secure the region. The evidence is clear. Criminal organizations are outpacing our governments in their ability to share information, adapt to enforcement measures, and exploit gaps in our security frameworks.
Dr. Holness says more also needs to be done to ensure stronger maritime and border security cooperation among Caribbean states. In particular, the sharing of shipping intelligence for commercial freight, which is critical to improving the detection of smuggled firearms.
Within the Caribbean, we must therefore accelerate the implementation of a comprehensive regional intelligence sharing mechanism that enables real-time information exchange on the movement of arms, narcotics, and criminal actors across borders.
According to Dr. Holness, the CARICOM Implementation Agency for Crime and Security and the Regional Intelligence Fusion Center provide a strong foundation for such cooperation. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister is calling for a global war on gangs to counter the growing threat of this interconnected crime that is affecting many countries, including Jamaica. The appeal was made yesterday at a seminar hosted by the National Security Council in Kingston. Arguing that gangs in Jamaica and elsewhere do not operate in isolation, Dr. Andrew Holness stresses that they constitute a sector of a regional network of criminal organizations that strengthen each other through cooperation and trading in arms, drugs, and intelligence. Data reveals that there are several armed groups threatening states across Latin, South, and Central America and the Caribbean. The Prime Minister says this syndicate has placed countries at war with each other, and once the threat is accepted as transnational, countries must jointly embrace a greater security cooperation and reciprocity.
In some ways, we need an international cooperation similar to the global war on terrorism. We need a global consensus that will create a global war on gangs, that will treat with them in the same way that international effort was mobilized in creating standardized legislation across jurisdictions, dealing with finances of gangs, but coordinating how exceptional and emergency powers are used to deal with these criminals who hide under the protection of being citizens of a country.
In other news, the new Troy Bridge, which is being constructed on the border of Trelawney and Manchester at a cost of $230 million, is 45% complete. This was disclosed by the Minister with Responsibility for Works, Robert Morgan, during Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing. The new Troy Bridge is being built to replace the previous structure that collapsed in August 2021, resulting in vehicular access being cut off. Minister Morgan says the contractors have embedded and are now capping the piles to put on the upper structure of the bridge.
So while there is not vehicular access to traverse the two parishes, Trelawney and Manchester, foot access is now there, so people can carry their farm produce between.
The new bridge is expected to enhance connectivity, convenience, and safety for the residents of Troy and its environs. The Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation is rejecting what it calls false and misleading claims being made online, as it asserts that the houses provided under the new social housing program, NSHP, are fully owned by the beneficiaries, not the government of Jamaica. The ministry released a statement on Thursday responding to the claims made in a video circulating on social media. The statement affirms that all NSHP houses are constructed on land provided by the beneficiaries themselves, which is a core requirement for receiving one of the units. The beneficiaries must prove property rights, which may include land ownership, long-term lease, or granted permission, supported by legitimate claims such as a deed of gift. Addressing future plans to expand the reach of the program's benefits, the ministry says it is looking to partner with individuals willing to donate land for the construction of social houses, which will then be allocated to approved beneficiaries. As of January 31, 2025, the NSHP has completed approximately 300 housing units, benefiting over 968 individuals across Jamaica. A partnership has been forged between the Ministry of Justice and Project Social Transformation and Renewal, STAR, to expand its reach and enable more persons to engage in restorative justice. A Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, was recently signed between the two organizations. This will allow them to work together in select communities to equip citizens with conflict resolution skills. Minister of Justice Delroy Chuck says the partnership will create a bridge between the formal justice system and the people who need it the most.
Jamaica is really at a critical juncture in our development, where we must acknowledge the deep-rooted challenges faced by some of our most vulnerable citizens, those who are often marginalized, at risk, and trapped in cycles of violence. These individuals need more than just the punitive aspects of the justice system. They need avenues that focus on healing, reconciliation, and empowerment.
Project STAR sponsor and co-chair of the Oversight Board, Keith Duncan, outlined several of the activities to be undertaken.
We will also ensure that the communities are engaged, mobilized, provide training venues, scheduled community hub sessions, facilitating access to the MOJ services through referrals and collaboration, right? In terms of what we intend to achieve, with this new partnership, we expect that we will get to about 1,500 residents across our STAR communities. Communities
engaged in the project are Rose Gardens and Parade Gardens in Kingston, Maypen, Clarendon, Salt Spring in St. James, and Savannah Lamar in Westmoreland. And finally, a feedback survey to evaluate follow-up behavior of participants in the Ministry of Health's Know Your Numbers initiative has shown positive results. The feedback survey was conducted with a representative sample of approximately 604 participants. It assessed several key areas, including but not limited to the participants' satisfaction, adherence to recommendations, and suggestions for improving the program. Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton gave an update in Parliament recently. He reveals that 99% of respondents were very satisfied with the Know Your Numbers initiative. 81% reported being referred to follow up on their screening results, with 67% confirming that they followed up within a recommended 3-week period.
It's very important that at least having become aware, there is a majority that have gone and taken heed and done follow-up.
And overall, 94% of respondents say that since attending the Know Your Numbers event, they felt more informed on their health status and have made lifestyle changes.
This is really what the program is intended to do. It's intended to create awareness, both of the need to screen, but also what the outcome of screening is for them and what recommendations that are required as part of pursuing a healthier lifestyle.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Jamaica's population is aging rapidly. Over 350,000, or 13.2% of Jamaicans, are senior citizens. These individuals deserve our care and respect. Very often, our senior citizens are neglected, disregarded, and disrespected. It's time to act. A special select committee of the Senate is reviewing a motion proposing the creation of an Elderly Care and Protection Act to better safeguard the rights and dignity of our senior citizens. We invite you to share your suggestions and recommendations about what should be included in this act. Send your submission in writing to Clark to the Houses, Gordon House, 81 Duke Street, Kingston, or email clark@japarliament.gov.jm. The deadline for submissions is February 15, 2025. Let's work together to protect and create a more inclusive and supportive Jamaica for our senior citizens.
Thank you for staying with us. Now, take a moment to meet a young visionary in the world of arts and literature. You'll see how he transforms his personal experiences into a powerful force for positive change.
Reading is vital for a multitude of reasons. It enhances knowledge, improves vocabulary, and boosts critical thinking skills. In our fast-paced world, it's essential to reflect on the significance of reading in our lives. The Chicken, the Frog, and More serves as a poignant reminder of how reading acts as a guiding signpost through life. It helps us navigate challenges and explore new ideas, much like following road signs on a journey.
Let me draw you a little picture. Let's just say you had to drive from Ligani to Montego Bay, and you did not know where you were going, and you needed signs to point the way. If you could not decipher those signs, you would not be able to find your way. Reading is like that through life. It allows us to find our way in many ways. It builds our comprehension. It helps us when we need to communicate with each other. It helps us when we need to build our imagination. Reading is a critical life skill.
Oh! The Chicken, the Frog, and More presents everyday scenarios in a relatable way, offering valuable life lessons through a variety of engaging stories. In a heartfelt narrative, young author Jotham Samuels shares his inspiring journey into writing and storytelling through his book. It reflects his journey of overcoming bullying, transforming his struggles into engaging narratives.
I started writing at 6 years old. I actually had a homework assignment about writing, and I wrote some stories for each homework assignment, and I thought it'd be a good idea to start publishing them. So first, I got the homework on one Wednesday day or something, and then I wrote this story because I always keep on getting bullied by some of the people at my class, and I thought that would be a good idea to sew it inside of some cartoon setting.
This spark of creativity led him to gather his tales into one book with the support of his parents.
The Chicken and the Frog. It was a hot, sunny day. Mr. Frog was having a bath in the pond. He was having fun, enjoying the cool water. Then he heard someone laughing very loudly. It was Miss Chicken.
The next day, Miss Chicken was out looking for seeds. Suddenly, a man grabbed her and put her into a bag. She began to call out for help.
So I wrote the story. Then after that, I got others the homework assignments on different days, and then that's how I got the other stories. And I told my mom, wouldn't it be a good idea to publish all of these stories into one book? Then my mom agreed on it, and now we have The Chicken and the Frog.
Jotham's journey didn't stop at writing. He found that revisiting his stories deepened his love for reading.
How did I start liking reading? I wrote this story and then I read back through the story and I actually felt engaged inside reading. Then I started reading more and more.
This charming tale resonates with readers of all ages, reminding us that our stories have the power to inspire others, no matter how young we are. Through the lens of Jotham's experiences, we see that reading and storytelling are not just hobbies. They are vital components of personal growth and connection. Let us remember that every story has the potential to guide us, ignite our imagination, and inspire the next generation of storytellers.
In the heart of the Caribbean lies a beacon of financial opportunity. Welcome to Jamaica, where beauty and vibrance meet business and innovation. At the forefront of making Jamaica a robust financial hub, the Jamaica International Financial Services Authority leads the charge with trust and integrity.
Here at JIFSA, our mandate is centered around stimulating economic growth and investment in the Jamaican economy through legislation.
Through legislation, JIFSA has had acts modeled on laws of leading financial services jurisdictions worldwide. The legislation includes the Trusts Act, which allows for flexibility in succession planning and family offices, the Trust and Corporate Services Providers Act, which regulates the provision of fiduciary services, as well as the Partnership Limited Act.
At JIFSA, our aim is to foster economic diversification and boost Jamaica's economic landscape.
JIFSA takes pride in cultivating a business environment that supports growth and sustainability through innovation. JIFSA is a partner that will guarantee new opportunities. Join us in Jamaica, where the Jamaica International Financial Services Authority helps you embark on a journey of endless possibilities. JIFSA, new legislation, new opportunities.
Up next, we'll see how one institution is engaging its students in career-focused activities, preparing them for success in the future.
Choosing a career is a pivotal time in one's life, a decision that can shape the trajectory of your future.
It is important to have career days at school. Reason being, it exposes the children to the many different careers, and at the tender age, then they do get an idea of what they want to become. Also, they gain more knowledge because when they see the different type of careers, they do ask questions, and there you're able to educate them on what is there for them in the future.
Yet, amidst the myriad of options, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, torn between conflicting interests and aspirations. But finding clarity in this journey need not be daunting. In fact, it can be a fulfilling exploration of aligning your passions with your profession. Take, for example, the passion for cooking. If the aroma of spices and the artistry of food creations ignite your soul, then perhaps a career in the culinary arts beckons.
Did you add your salt? Did you add your black pepper? Thank you for coming to Angels Primary School. And if you're thinking about a career, think about being a chef. Why? Because culinary arts widens your horizon, not only as a professional chef, but it develops a greater appreciation towards food as a culture, as an art, and even health, all of which can be passed on to customers.
But beyond the sensory pleasures of cooking, lie a multitude of benefits and opportunities. Having a career in culinary arts offers numerous benefits, ranging from personal growth to skills development, which can lead to a variety of prospects for advancement. Being a chef offers the chance to unleash creativity and innovation in the kitchen as you experiment with flavors, textures, and presentations. As chefs gain experience and refine their craft, a world of opportunities unfolds before them, such as advancement to positions like executive chef or restaurant owner. Furthermore, studying culinary arts may provide individuals with a deep understanding of various regional and international cuisines, which fosters appreciation and respect for diverse culinary heritage. Perhaps most enticingly, the culinary arts empower individuals to pursue entrepreneurship and start their own businesses. Imparting these and other inspiring information is the purpose behind career days at schools, where the dedicated efforts of teachers help to ignite aspirations and guide further paths for success.
We are the teachers of Angels Primary School.
On behalf of the management and flight crew here at Angels Primary School, we thank you for flying with us.
Keep watching as we journey forward, exploring the bright future that lies ahead.
From his early beginnings to becoming an international sensation, his story is a testament to resilience, talent, and the power of music to connect cultures. Who am I referring to? None other than the king of dancehall, Beenie Man.
My memorable moment of Mandela Boo, you know. No, seriously, like, most memorable moment, not telling a lie.
Zaga, anything you see me, I do that on me business. And I ever somebody when I know you watch at your business. At the same time, you broke that so nobody no business. But as you make a meal, how the enemy business. So that's why I'm in the business, when I do funky business. So I gotta tell all the doctor when they start out the business. For over 30 years, I'm still the king in the business. I know I well for say tell them I feed them business.
Now, the renowned king of the dancehall, Moses Beenie Man Davis, was like most artists at the beginning of their career, young, full of talent and eager, possibly not knowing when to choose their moment. The latter is important, as Beenie Man will tell you, it is what helped to shape the entertainer he is today. It was the summer of 1991 when Nelson Mandela visited Jamaica. The revered statesman was just freed and the world was looking on. Beenie Man, about 18 years old at the time, was a budding artist, eager to show what he was made of. On stage, he got his moment to show the enormous gathering his talent, so he went up and sang.
Hey, green, I'm over there, so where you borrow.
The local audience who turned out to see the respected leader were mostly not in the mood for the young artist's shenanigans. What followed was a resounding... It was a make or break moment for the then rising star, who was staggered by the audience's reaction when in another setting the song was well received. He would have to learn that timing is everything.
But I get realized now, the whole lot of people them are run behind Mandela from morning and then you come say, hey, green, I'm over there. I them here show you what points. So, yeah, but why is that the most memorable in my career? Because that is where I get the motivation from to become the artist that I am today.
And what an artist he became. His persistence and the ability to brush off negativity would pay off.
Everybody was talking about the boot like it was the biggest thing that happened, you know. So when we realized that the boo we're off 9-day talk, people look for tune, we do a song in name. Hey, them I watch you. Hey, them and the song just got so whoop. And me do matey and a good sit and it went to #1. So that's when me realized I can make a difference and make an impact.
And the hits came one after the other.
Marilyn a go on down. Me have no got nothing to put on down. Dig up a boy for your school uniform. We make me for 51 stamp. Oh, you so full of it, but you so clever. You still have to make a you design for me the dancer. If for me alone, I would have turned her in a Sim Simma, who got the keys to my bimmer? Who am I? The girls them sugar.
But still, no worthwhile journey is without its challenges. For Beanie, a lot of this would come from his musical peers.
I've get disrespected from so many artists. It's not because I'm an idiot or I'm a fool or somebody can drape me up or what. It's because my greatness. See, by building lyrics on the spot, I don't care who you are, I don't care how big he is. From we in a competition, because I'm coming from sound system days. From sound a clash with sound, DJ a clash against DJ.
He recalls his biggest rivalry being with another dancehall legend, Bounty Killer.
Yeah, it's the longest one because rivalry, back in the days just one night, you dead tonight and tomorrow night me and your friend. You know, but there's no friendship there and there was no love lost there. It was just, you know, agony. And me started out as a DJ for the females, you know, and then Bounty Killer get me into that side of the rude boy side.
The decades-running lyrical battle between the two has become legendary. Thankfully today they are both older and wiser and have put away the rivalry for something greater.
Bounty Killer becomes my brother right now.
There has even been a collaboration with the two, which if you were a fan of either in the early years, you probably didn't see it coming.
Legendary, 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 come on, legendary. With him a brag, man done that already. We clean and we out, and we swag legendary.
Apart from Bounty Killer, this king has great respect for some of our dancehall royalties.
Artists like Popcorn, he might do a good job, you know. Rate Vibe Cartel, and Movado. I do know, yeah, man.
And a few who are making a good case for future induction.
I like Skank, I like seeing him on stage. I'm madman when them jump on the stage, it's a different thing. I like Joshy, because I know him from my youth. And I never expect him to become that great of an artist. I know say him can do look engineering thing and something, but I never know say him have that name, you know. Because you're not going to know where a man have until him push out. And he really did push out and he really did impress me.
Wonderful words from one of the greatest to ever do it. Counting his years as a mere toddler, Beanie has been doing this for over 40 years, and the doctor is not done with his patients just yet. Hard to believe when you think his whole motivation came from a sound that has finished so many careers before they began. But not Beanie Man. It was the sound that motivated him to work harder and to be better. If you ask him, without it,
I want to work that hard to be this person that I am today. I want to become the doctor, I want to become the king of the dancehall, I want to get all of these achievements that I, you know, so I think that was my motivation, that was the injection that I need.
An injection that birthed 18 studio albums and counting.
My body of work, it proven, you know, bring out the people and bring the energy in the people and the people come out to see exactly what them expected to get a great performance. And whether it's soundtrack or whether it's band or whether it's a rubber band or whether pan is knocking, the vibes remain the same. Whether it's 10 people or 10,000 people, the vibes remain the same. This is what I do.
See ya now we do it again, one more time. Billboard we reach again, one more time. Grammy we see it again, one more time. DJ at the here again.
We've reached the end of our program. Get a recap of everything you saw here and more on our website, jis.gov.jm. And in the words of Mark Victor Hansen, each one reach one, each one teach one, until all are taught. I'm Audrey Williams. Bye for now.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.